So carbohydrates are sugars. The monosaccharide and polysaccharide are carbohydrates. They are sugars. Monosaccharides are called sometimes simple sugars or simple carbohydrates. And then the polysaccharides are sometimes called complex carbohydrates. What we have here is the molecular structure of a carbohydrate. Now, you'll notice carbohydrates are made of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And a little bit of nitrogen here and there. That's pretty much it. So what we have here with carbohydrates is we have this string of 6 carbons here in the middle of it. These 6 carbons have hydrogen or oxygen or a hydroxide group, or sometimes the CH2OH, H2O. Anyway, so they have these different combinations just kind of showing off the sides. Now, the thing about carbon is carbon likes to turn itself into pentagons and hexagons. So here we have a simple sugar molecule. It's basically a simple sugar here. It's composed of the 2 sugar molecules. You see this big hexagon right here in the center. That's got those 6 carbons that you see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. And this one down here is the one up here with the CH2OH. Over here, there's an oxygen instead of a carbon in the midst of it because this one's kind of stuck off to the side. There's a carbon here with the OH off to the side, another carbon here with an OH off to the side. Here's another carbon. It connects to a nitrogen and hydrogen that are together that connects to another little structure down here. But basically what you have is that anytime you see this kind of repeated pattern or a single pattern with a hexagon and a few little bits kind of sticking off the side, or especially if a couple of hexagons or even 4 or 5 hexagons are joined by a single oxygen molecule in the midst of a bond between them, that is going to be a sugar of some kind. So if you see this kind of a configuration, you're like, that looks like a sugar to me. It's got those hexagons, they're together, they're in a line. That's probably a sugar. So sugars, fructose, which is the sugar in fruit, sucrose, the sugar in table sugar, and so on. Now, the other thing when you look at this, the thing about carbohydrates, remember, is they are used for quick energy. They're used for fast energy. So at that point, we understand that when we take them in, the body uses them. If it doesn't burn them up quickly, it converts the calories from the carbohydrates into fat calories to store them. So that is the basics about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, which are indeed one of the 4 main macromolecule groups.